Oh, hi everyone. Stupid. Didn't see you there. What do you guys want? Busy. All right, guys, we're here at Bravo. It's early. We're getting stuff done like always. Daniel, who's our new video editor, he does a lot more than just video editing, guys. He's doing a great job, and he's new to Bravo. He's been here for what? About a couple weeks, three weeks? Dude, man, I don't even know what day this is, man. So yeah, so he's been here, and he had some questions about Bravo, just wanting to learn more about Bravo, and basically, how it started and all that. So he thought it was a good idea that we videotape this and just, run it for you guys, maybe put it up on YouTube and stuff like that. So he's gonna ask me questions. I haven't seen him. I don't know what he's gonna ask me. So this is, as live as it gets, other than just streaming live. So ask away, man.
What's your favorite color?
I don't know, man. I haven't been asked that in a long time. It used to be blue when I was a kid. I don't care. What color's my Hellcat? Black? Black.
When was Bravo started / how long did it take before it took off?
It's hard to pinpoint these things, but yeah, we started around 2010. It all started through, it took off kind of right away in the sense of I wasn't thinking Bravo as something big. I mean, I never thought back then that it was gonna get this big, never, ever. And so, I didn't grow up as an entrepreneur. I didn't come from an entrepreneur family. I didn't take business. I didn't go to college, don't have a degree, an MBA or anything like that. I was a tinker, doing stuff at home, building stuff, building 350 engines and stuff like that, sticking them in an old Scout, just stuff like that. And so when it came to gun holsters, I've always liked guns. I grew up in an area where we had a bunch of levees in our backyard, so we go out there and hunt rabbits and stuff like that. So I always grew up around guns, always liked guns. And going to church, we needed a security team at church. And so, a couple of us got together and, decided to run a security team at church, something that we decided to do as churchgoers. Nothing legitimate or anything like that. And so I needed a good concealed carry holster. And I started messing around. I had seen some holsters online. And so, we weren't the first ones to come up with this type of a gun holster. And so I had seen some, but the lead times were crazy. And, this is back in 2010. I said, maybe I can make something like this. So I started dabbling with it, ended up with a holster, showed it to a couple guys on the security team. They loved it. It just took off from there. I had a couple of guys, buddies that were, ex-military and some that were law enforcement, and they wanted some, and then their friends wanted some. I was always someone that would sell stuff on eBay. Again, not entrepreneur. I would buy and sell stuff, just little things here and there. Call it entrepreneurship, whatever it is. I didn't think of it that way. I just thought of trying to make some extra money to get by. We're a single income family. One thing led to another, started selling on eBay, and it just took off, man. I mean, that's basically it. I wasn't thinking long-term, not at all. So, an extra, $300-400 a month, $500-600 a month was awesome back then. So, I don't know if I answered that.
No, that's perfect.
All right, that's good.
What was the reason for making gun holsters in the first place?
I got my concealed carry license back in, I don't even remember, what was it, 98, 99, when Texas actually allowed people to conceal carry. And always kind of semi-conceal carry, didn't really have a great gun holster, so it was hard to conceal carry in the summer in certain areas. So here we go, man. I'm gonna get into business now, but it is what it is. If you're gonna go into a business, make sure that you have a passion for it. Make sure that you have an interest for it. Make sure that you can continue and remain to stay interested in what you're doing, because without interest, without that passion, without wanting to do it, it's gonna be very hard to scale it. So,
how were you making holsters before the type you have now?
Yeah, it was called Magic Dust, and you could find it at your local hardware store now. Now it was just, it was old fashioned. I mean, I was using my wife's oven. Maybe she was right, but she thought that the Kydex was releasing some crazy chemical that maybe would affect her baking and her cooking. So I used it a lot, man. No wonder that pineapple upside down cake tasted kind of funny after that. No, it's a primitive method that that a lot of people still use today, and it works, and it's a good method, but Bravo couldn't scale that way. When we were getting 30, 40 orders a day, it was like, all right, man, we need to hire more people, and that just starts chomping away at your cost of goods, and by the time you know it, you have to sell a gun holster at $80, $90, $100 just to make a profit. We did it the old-fashioned way for a long time, and it worked great for us up until, the more we grew and the more customers we had to find a better way. And it all comes down to maximum output. How many holsters can you make per day? How many holsters can you make per hour? How many holsters can one guy make? It was an old primitive method that a lot of people still use, and it's a good method. It's just not good if you want to scale your business.
Was
Sure.
it always made out of Kydex?
Always, and they still are made out of Kydex. Yeah, Kydex is superior to a lot of thermoforming plastics out there. Through time, there's been other companies that come out with different forms of thermoforming plastics, but Kydex remains a number one. We've spoken to salesmen that sell both, and there's just no comparison. Kydex is it. And so it's a little bit more expensive, but again, we feel that our customers deserve that. So yeah, it's always been Kydex.
So what exactly is Kydex?
I'm not the end-all, know-it-all on Kydex. All I know is that it's a thermoforming plastic, and you can reshape it, you heat it up, thermoforming. Basically, it takes on a new shape, and so that's basically what it is. If you've ever been in an airplane, the Kydex is awesome because it's strong, but it's so lightweight. So if you've ever been in an airplane, you've got your windows on the airplane, all that plastic in there, that's all Kydex. Helicopters use Kydex. Anything that needs something strong but lightweight, like airplanes, helicopters, stuff like that, they use Kydex. So Kydex has been around for a while.
What is the manufacturing process like from an idea or a new gun model to the actual holster?
From deciding to do a certain type of gun holster for a certain type of gun to actually having the holster in hand, it takes about a month, or maybe a little bit longer, maybe a month, maybe about 6 weeks, anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. That's not just one guy working, that's a team working on it, guys. That's why a lot of people say, well, why don't you offer this, why don't you offer that? Well, we're a business, and so we're gonna offer what most people carry out there. The market is it. The market is gonna tell you what to make. If you're stuck on yourself and you're stuck on your own way of thinking, well, I like the Uranium P32 Explosive Space Modulator SX7254, and you wanna make a mold for that, then you're not gonna sell it, man. So we sacrifice time, we sacrifice effort for about 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, but at the end, we have a great gun holster that we can offer to you guys at a great price with minimal lead time. We're actually going in stock soon on all our products. I mean, that's our goal, and hopefully we'll have that done before summer. And that's all due to our process. That's all due to our 4 to 6 week lead time on making that mold. So it's a give and take, guys, but you gotta look at it, in the long run. You gotta look at it as a long investment. It's a little time consuming, but it's worth it, not just to us, but to you guys, because like I said it before, we pass on the saving to you guys. That's why we do this. I keep staring over here because I got my Glock 43. This is my EDC for today, Glock 43 torsion gun holster, single belt clip configuration. I don't know why, I just felt like the 43. I left the 19 at home, crazy. Anyways. Yeah, I always have the 19. I just felt like doing the 43.